welcome to another edition of Food Chain with me, Jessie Eyram Agbakpo. Today we'll put our focus on seed production and we'll be speaking to the founder of Legacy Crop Improvement Center, who is also into the production of improved seeds for farmers and also helping them modernize their processes. Stay with me. Doc, thank you for having us.
Thank you.
Okay, so tell us what you do here at Legacy Crop Improvement Center.
So at Legacy Crop Improvement Center is a seed business entity. We are in the business of commercial seed production, processing and distributing seeds to farmers in Ghana and the neighboring West Africa countries. This enterprise was established in nearly a decade ago, in 2015, that we started this business in Ontario here, in Grappling North Municipality, in the eastern region of Ghana.
Okay, what type of seeds are you into?
So until this year, we are only producing maize seeds and cowpea seeds.
Okay.
By early this year, we have added cocoa seed and pepper seed to our portfolio. So those are 4 seeds that we are producing now: maize, cowpea, okra, and chili pepper.
Okay. Is there a specific reason, or is it just for expansion?
Or it's just for expansion. You know, when you look at the seed market in Ghana, for instance, vegetable seed market in Ghana is actually zero. Most of vegetable seeds that we grow in this country are actually imported to this country. So that means that there's a niche. If we can really produce those seeds locally, then the farmers will actually have it. It has 2 advantages. Since it's a locally produced one, the affordability will be there. It will be a little bit okay for the farmer. Because when the seeds are imported, there is a high cost of it. So those are the reasons that we think that there's a need for that local seed production, especially for the vegetable market. Yeah,
you are a seed improvement center. What exactly are you doing to improve the seeds for farmers?
Okay, so you know, before modern farms started, farmers used to select their own varieties. But in the plant genetics, there are always a male and female like human relationship that you have to marry each other. So since the farmer doesn't have that scientific eye to know which trait to look for, and it's very tedious work to do. So from our part of the world, that's what we want to do, is that we wanted to do that work on behalf of the farmer, so that the farmer has a peace of mind. When you go and sleep, you wake up, you know sure that you will get your seed. So for instance, when you come to Legacy, you have one of the varieties. You know, maize variety actually, or maize contain only carbohydrates. But you realize that when you go to the rural community where they depend heavily on maize food, there are always issue of malnutrition in those communities. So this maize that we have here, we are actually what we call biofortified. So when you consume it, you are not only consuming carbohydrates, but you also consuming vitamins. So that in babies that have issue with malnutrition and rest, we are actually reducing that kind of condition from them. So that's one of the traits. One trait that we're also talking about issue of climate change now. So we have one variety that is called climate smart variety. It means that instead of farmers waiting for 100 days variety to grow, you can have a variety that's grow in 85 or 90 days, so that they don't suffer when the rainfall pattern becomes very erratic in their farms.
Right. How has the acceptability been for you?
I think it's the farmers are appreciative, because we don't sell the seed only in Ghana. I think we deal in Mali, Burkina Faso, Togo, and Liberia, and Sierra Leone. So we realize that if we are a company that is less than 10 years, we are in all these countries. That is a great sign of acceptability. I'm not sure there's any form to describe that than that.
Right. You've been in this journey for a while. What would you say are some of the challenges you've encountered?
Oh, I think I will take it in full. You know, the state actually play a bigger role in the business environment. I'm sure the state needs to do more. The reason why I'm saying that, in the past, the state used to import a lot of seeds. Now, what it means is that when the state imports the seed, the state actually do what they call seed subsidize to the farmers. It lower the price. So when you are the local entrepreneur like my type who are doing this now, and the state have developed that inordinate taste to foreign goods, it actually affects you, because you will not be able to compete. There's no way a small company like Legacy will be able to compete with the multinational who are 85 or 100 years old. No. So the state needs to look at it. Do we want to be importing food for our people, or we want to produce it? The state needs to look at it from that point of view. Second issue is that we have a weak financial architecture in our agricultural ecosystem. you are looking for money to produce seed or to grow crop right now. It's like trying to find or brush the teeth of crocodile. It's a very difficult job to do.
Yeah.
All because the bank doesn't understand agriculture, because they understand trading. They are selling money. So, and the bank wanted to borrow you money, and the next day they are charging you to pay.
Yeah.
There's no grace period like 1 month, 3 months. There's nothing like that. They always like, oh, why we give you money today? By the end of the month, you have to start paying. So those two elements are very critical in development of this piece.
Right. There's, like you said, there's like a huge sense of acceptability, but what assurances can you give farmers who are yet to buy your seeds, and for what are they in for?
Okay, so for us, our niche is that we are not only talking about the quality of the seeds, we are also talking about the purchasing power and affordability. But if you compare our seeds to other competitors who are in the space, you realize that sometimes it costs the farmer not anything less than 800 Ghana cedis to plant 1 acre. But it doesn't cost the farmer anything more than 320 Ghana cedis to plant the seed from legacy.
Okay.
I mean, the maize seeds. It means that the farmer needs 320 cedis to plant 1 acre.
Yeah.
Compared to the competitor where the farmer will be planting, needs about 1,000 or 800 cedis to do that. So that's one point. So we are making sure the farmer get a lot of seed, and we also provide a lot of agronomy services. So if we deal with you, whether you are our client or not, all that you need, if you need any service in your farm, you have place as a cost to us.
Yeah.
We have a dedicated staff that will pay attention to you, make sure and we also link you to the market at the harvest. You know, one danger is that when you sell seed to the farmer, and the farmer gets a good harvest, and there's no market, then it becomes very troubling. You must be able to link those farmers to a ready market to purchase their goods. Once that is done, then the farmer is happy to return next time for you and the farmer to do a business together.
All right, but how accessible are your seeds? I know this is a big company. People from all over the country would want to buy from you. What avenues can they use to reach you?
Good. So we are everywhere. No farmer needs to travel from anywhere to come here to buy seed, even if you are buying 1 kilo. You are in even the northern part of Ghana or you are beyond Ghana, yours is to place a cost to us, either through email or telephone call or send us a message through WhatsApp or whatever. Somebody will attend to you. And I promise you, within 24 hours, you will receive your seeds. Wherever, in your doorstep. So you don't need to worry about it. Yeah.
Tell us a bit about your storage mechanism when the seeds are produced before the farmers come for them.
So seed production and crop production, they move in a line of opposite direction. So the seed that's supposed to be planted in 2060s, we have already been produced in 2025.
Okay.
That means that seed have to go through the process of threshing, sorting, cleaning, grading, chemicalizing, and bagging. And when we are done, because it's a seed, we cannot leave it in an ambient environment. Because the next year in April or May, when the farmers are planting those seeds, it may get distorted in terms of low germination. So we are going to store those seeds in the cold facility, cold room, for us to wait for the season to start in 2026. So you see the very critical element in the cold facility or the cold chain system is very critical in preservation of the seed. Other than that, the seed will turn bad, and that will be a cost to the company or to the farmer when the farmer purchases it. Yeah,
but have you encountered that before? What's the impact if that happens?
In our early days, I remember in 2016, we produced quite a number of seeds. But because we did it in the opposite direction, as I said, the seed had to be produced in advance ahead of the season. And we don't have the cold storage facility. It actually affected our sales of the seed, because the early farmers who bought it were having a problem in terms of generation. It caused this investment that we did here in Legacy Square was as a result of some of the problems that we encountered in the past that we are trying to solve. But that's why we created a cold facility for the storage of the seeds.
Over the years, we've been speaking about the impact of climate change on crop yield. From your view as someone in the industry, do you think we've come a long way to help address the challenges with food self-sufficiency?
Not yet. We have a lot of work to do. You know, right now, we are not even comfortable with ourselves to say what kind of molding technology in terms of biotechnology for crop improvement. And the climate change is not waiting for us. There's always a debate of genetically modified organism or GMO seeds or those kind of things. We really need to do a lot of research in that, make sure we have our own seed gene bank. Right now, the research that we have was to solve yesterday's problem. But today we have an issue of climate change. Tomorrow it may be an issue of flood. Because if it's not raining today, it can rain tomorrow and have a lot of water in the surface of the land. The problem is that we have a crop that will survive in water in the first place. If it rains throughout the year and all our lands are flooded and there's no dry space to grow maize, do you have maize variety that survive in water? No. So that's the kind of research we have to be investing our energy and the resources into.
Yeah. What other advantage does the improved seeds have over the ones farmers are used to in our planting?
So you know, from early days when God created land, land is immobile. It's under competition with a lot of uses. Yeah. Now, human population have increased now, but the land size have not increased, right? So as we move forward, we're having more mouths to fill, but our land size are now reducing. What it means is that if the farmer used to plant a certain variety, they used to get 2 bags. The issue now is that we don't want the farmer to increase the land space, but the land space can reduce. But can we use the same lands to get 10 bags, 20 bags, where the farmer used to get 2 bags or 5 bags in the past? So that's the science behind the whole thing. So that when you buy the improved seeds, what it means is that if you used to use your farmer safe seeds, that give you, let's say, 2 bags, it should be able to give you, 5 bags, 10 bags more in the same space that you used to crop, and reduce the cost of production also.
So we have a long way to go in that aspect.
For some crops, I think the farmers have accepted. If you take maize, for instance, Ghana maize is a crop that has the most market presence. Okay, so a few farmers have accepted that, okay, I need to buy improved seed to plant my crop. But that population, if you take 100% of farmers, we are around 30% of that population. It means that on top market of 70% is sitting there that we need to work on.
But like you said, maize is like widely accepted, but the other crop varieties that we have that you're producing an improved seed of, what do you think we need to do to enhance their acceptability in this regard too?
I think availability of the seeds to the farmer, because no farmer wanted to travel 1 month to go and buy seeds. Okay, they want to receive seed at their doorstep. The issue is that the seed can be available at Legacy, but the farmer may be in Tumu, so the seed is not accessible to him. It's the duty of Legacy to make sure that the farmer in Tumu have access to that particular seed. So you have to make sure the farmer in Tumu can actually place a call to you or have a shop there that he can walk in and buy whatever he needs. He doesn't need to wait 1 week when he places an order and we are still giving excuse. No. So we as a seed company must do well to make sure seeds are always accessible to the farmer. Once it's accessible to the farmer will purchase it.
As Legacy Crop Improvement Center, what other services do you provide?
So at here we have a thresher, a multi-crop thresher to thresh maize, rice, and other crops. We also have a dryer. We live in the Kriapin North municipality. It's a rainforest zone. It's always rainy. So you need a dryer that can take a lot of moisture from the grain, especially for those farmers who want to store it and look for. That side, we have one of the best machine, a grain cleaner, or the seed cleaner that we bought. It cleans both seeds and grain and grade it. This will enable you to make sure your grain meet international markets, where especially those who want to export their maize or soya beans out of this country. Because when you are exporting to somebody's country, there's a standard you have to meet. You cannot meet that standard by using human beings. Machine can help you to do that. So we have those 3 machines that we use to service these farmers who need it.
Yeah, exporting to other countries, but do you have plans of expansion?
Yes, so our plan of expansion is to build a partnership with other entities, so that we don't necessarily need to build Legacy as it's here in every part of West Africa or Ghana per se. But there are other people who are doing similar work we are doing. How can we forge a partnership with them to make sure we deliver the high and a good service to this farmer that we serve? So this is a multi-crop thresher. Normally when farmers harvest their maize or their crop, they are going to pour it down. Now they are going to use their hands that take a lot of time. So now, to solve that problem, this is one of the solutions that we have, the multi-crop thresher. When you pour it into it, whether it be maize, soya beans, cowpea, or whatever it is, it's going to thresh it for you. It's going to bring the chaff, as you can see here. Then bring the maize through this path that you collect. Then after that, so this one, even if you are doing 1,000 bags a day, you need maximum of 5 people. They can assist you to that. If you are doing 1,000 bags, we are you human being, you can actually understand. And the longer it takes you to do that kind of work, and the effect is going to have, or the post-harvest effect is going to have, because by the time when it started raining, you may start losing some of your crop in the field because you are not able to process them or thresh them early as possible.
Okay.
Now, this is a multi-crop thresher, so it means that it does multiple crop. Okay. Either maize or groundnut or whatever you give it is going to perform it for you. So that is its function.
Okay. Are there peculiar things associated with this machine? Like, at what point can the crops be threshed? The dryness level?
Yes. So normally the moisture have to be around 15%, at least 15% for maize. Groundnut, we have to talk about 10%. If it's too much water in it, you get the maize, for instance, get mash.
Okay.
Or when it comes out, you see a lot of cobs coming out with the maize kernel on it. Okay. That means that it's not wet. Then the operator who is working on it have to also look at the beds, because the machine doesn't have eye, doesn't have a heart, doesn't have a mouth to talk. But there are various beds on it. Okay. Those beds are form of mechanism that communicate to the machine which type of crop we are coming to thresh.
Oh, okay.
So once we give a certain bed, it gives a certain weight and communication that we are coming to do this. And it has a part that we call aspiration chamber. The chamber is the one that allows the air into the machine to remove the chaff. Okay. So the operator have to understand how much air I'm allowing to the machine. Because if you are using maize or you are threshing maize, for instance, and you open it wider, it doesn't have much effect. But assuming you are threshing rice and you open that aspiration chamber wider, a lot of your rice will go to the waste. You know, rice is very lighter compared to maize. So those are a few technicalities. But whatever it is, while it's properly set, it can do the work for you.
Okay. This cuts down on costs and then the number of people involved in removing this maize from the crop. But why should farmers agree to this? Because traditionally, people have been doing this manually for years. So what advantage would you say farmers will get when they employ your services using this machine?
Okay, one, you know, agriculture now is a business. It's no more hobby. Okay, so you have gone to plant your 5 acres, 10 acres, maize, you harvest. You want to pour it in the farm, and now you are calling laborers. They come today, tomorrow they say, oh, my mother is sick, I cannot come. Or now, these days, no boys, they are riding Okada. Nobody wants to work in the farm. So this is efficient in terms of time and delivering of that particular service to you, so that you reduce your post-harvest loss. Research have shown us that we produce a lot of crop, all right, but 30% of what we produce goes to post-harvest. Post-harvest means that we are not able to thresh it on time or harvest in on time, so all of them get lost in the field or in the process of transporting. So this is one solution to reduce post-harvest losses. Because once you are losing your grain in the farm, that's the cost to you, the farmer. You have invested your money or your time. After everything, you are not able to thresh on time, then there's no way to, you shouldn't even start in the first place.
How is this powered?
This is powered by digital machine, a champagne. Not the one they are using for galamsey. So this is the right use of
this is a good use
for champagne.
Okay.
So from the threshing, you see that the thresher is able to remove the husk and the cob out of it, and we get the kernel. But the kernel came with some foreign materials. At the same time, the moisture level is high. So assuming the farmer want to store this in, it's impossible for the farmers to store for a long time because it's going to get mold in the packaging material. So the essence of this machine, as we call it a dryer, is to be able to remove the higher amount of the moisture from this maize to keep it at a acceptable level that we can store it for a longer period of time. So this is the gas dryer. It takes 4,000 kilo per load. We are looking at the moisture level at around 12%, so that we can now remove it from it. So we are going to use two energy, that's the gas and the ECG. The gas is what we are using to set the fire under it. Then the ECG is actually powering the fan that blows the hot air under it over time. Then between 4 to 6 hours, we should be able to get to the right moisture level that we are looking for longer storage.
How many times can you do this in a day? How many times?
Maximum 2 times, depending on the moisture content. We can do maximum two load. Because once one load finish drying, you need to give it a time to cool down before you can collect it from this bin to the sack or the packaging material. Then you can reload a new stock. So the time you are done by close of the day, let's say 6 p.m., you are able to do only 2 loads.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So when do you grade it?
So from here, you can see there are other foreign materials in it, and the maize is not evenly distributed. There are bigger one, the bulky one. So from here, we are sending it to the cleaner, which is going to remove all these foreign materials from it and put the maize in classes. The big one, the medium, the broken, and the chaff, everything. Right. From there, we can do the bagging, the weighing, and the bagging. Yeah. Then, when the farmer wants to store it, then we can store it for the warehouse. Around the church, you see there's an open space there. If it's a grain for consumption, we keep it for there. Give you the agreement letter. Yeah. When you are ready, you bring your agreement letter, then you come and take your maize. Okay. Yeah. If you, at the end of the day, you say, oh, connect me to the market. Maybe you, for instance, you have 1,000 bags of maize here. You are in Accra. You don't want to be looking for market to me. That's our job. We'll go and look for the women and who want to pay the price you want. Yeah. Once you get the money, then you give us 3% of that cost for commission. Right. So that's the work we are going to do for you. Okay. But
how efficient is this? Because people used to dry manually. You see people dry under the sun and all.
Okay, so there are 2 things. If you are in the northern part of Ghana, where we are doing the harvesting at the time of November, December, naturally God will dry it for you because the harmattan have set in. But if you happen to find yourself in this our jurisdiction, then you don't have option. We have to dry it, especially when you do the major season production. Yeah. This is very efficient because, as I said, we are losing 30% of our produce to post-harvest. Yeah. And if you don't do that, right, you keep this maize, the amount of moisture in it, in the next 2 weeks, it gets mold. Okay. When it gets mold too, and you consume it, it leads to cancer and as a result of aflatoxin that the maize has in it. Okay. So this is very efficient but it's also little bit cost to the farmer now because the farmer have to pay for the service, which is 50 pesos per kilo that we are charging for drying. But if the farmer is drying by the sun, it's free. God giving energy. The farmer doesn't need to pay. Yeah. But this is also going to help you to preserve your goods. As I said, agriculture is a business. Yeah. It's no more hobby.
So we came from the treasure, but do you have people who come in here only for the drying service?
Yes.
Can you offer that service to them?
Yes.
Come a long way in terms of moving from the farm to processing and then to the market.
Yep. So this is going to help a lot of farmers to store their grains for a long time and actually have a good market for it. You know, during the harvesting, everybody is harvesting. So there are a lot of goods in the market space competing for the same customers. Yeah. So some should be able to store theirs for lean season, which actually call for higher price when they are selling. But without this process, it is very difficult for a farmer to do that. Yeah.
So from the drying machine, where is this one? Which one is this?
So from the drying, this is a cleaner. Okay. We call it a cake cleaner that we bought about 5 years ago. So you see from the dry, you realize that even though we are going to dry, the maize comes with some foreign material, some trashes and other things. Yeah. So the purpose of this machine is to remove all those foreign materials from it, grade the maize into sizes, then weigh it and bag it for you. Okay. So that process will go from the beginning to the end here, where the maize will be bagged. Then from here, we can, if it's seed, we send it to the cold room. If it's grain, we will keep it in the shade or the warehouse. Yeah. That does not need a cold room. So that's the process this machine will go through.
Okay. But what capacity can this machine take at the time?
So in every 1 hour, it's processing 3,500 kilos per hour. Okay. That's the good grains that is coming out of it. Yeah. And when it's working too, you need about 10 workers to work on it for you. Okay. So especially you are doing volume about it. Yes. So that capacity is assured. If you are doing 3,500 kilos per hour, and you are using doing 8 hours a day, you can actually look at the volume you do in 1 day. Compared to when you are using human being to sort that maize one by one, you can imagine the kind of work you have to do. You will not be able to finish it
in a day. Yes. In a day. Okay. Have you, over the period, have you done some sort of training for your workers to be able to use this machine? Because these are imported.
Yes. So actually, when we bought it from the Germans came. Okay. So they actually do the installation. they train the staff, including myself. Okay. I'm a chief technician.
Yeah.
You know, staff, when you train them, they can leave you at any time. So if you don't understand, it means that always you have to be bringing the Germans back to come and work for you.
Yeah.
So once we go to that training for 2 weeks, when they are with us, the part that will get damaged, how you can replace it. Some of the parts you can really get them locally fixed for you.
Okay.
Some you have to import it from them. But so far, in the 5 years that I have been, all the problems we have with it, we have been able to solve it locally.
Yeah. Okay. So you can use this for different varieties?
Different varieties. So what will happen is that the guy who will be pouring the maize in, they are, unlike when you buy this machine from others, so like the Chinese style, you have only 2 sieves.
Yeah.
These have 4 sieves in it. Okay. 2 at the top, 2 at the down. Those sieves are the ones that actually screen the grain to various sizes. Okay. It has a sensor in it. Now, when the guys overload it, the machine automatically stops to make sure, because you have to take a certain volume per time. So when the guys overload it means that some of the grains will come out without actually passing through the sieve. So the sensor will stop it. Yeah. So you realize that the machine will be able to communicate to itself where the human being don't have influence to say, okay, my boss is not around, let me pass it fast. So when it comes to, today I've done well, I've done 1,000 bags. For you know, all those are useless jobs that you have done. But the machine will be able to regulate that process for you, so that you get the quality grain out of it. For me, when the work is done, you are looking at the fine grain with almost 99.9% of foreign goods. Yeah. That's the best of the work I can talk about.
Yeah. You've come a long way, but what kind of help would you say that you need right now as Legacy Crop Improvement Center?
Oh, for me, I think the business environment needs to improve. This morning I read a news article where there's a projected that the government will be importing 67% of what we did last year. That's very worrying. Because once we continue importing from some other countries, what it means that we are making money for those countries. I want people to produce more. If they produce one, it means that they get consumed a lot of seeds. When they produce their grains, so I have some work to do in terms of cleaning, threshing, and drying. That's the income to it, so that we share that money among ourselves. But that's the money we are giving to somebody sitting somewhere in his or her country. That environment, government needs to invest. You know, agriculture, as I said, is a business. It's no more hobby. But what we are not able to do in this country is the financial architecture that we have to unlock. When we are able to unlock that, I think other sectors of our economy will fall increase. So for me, if there's one message I will send to any government that can, even the president or the future government, it should be able to unlock the potential of agriculture and lock it through a financial architecture. Because right now, the financial architecture you have is very weak. It's not going to take us anywhere. It's not going to take us anywhere. Government has to play a bigger role in the space.
So we've been speaking to the founder of Legacy Crop Improvement Center, and he's been sharing with us some of the things they are doing in terms of improved seed processing and also the technologies they are using to simplify processes for local producers. This has been Food Chain with me, Jessie Eyram Agbakpo. See you on another episode.